Welcome back, True Seeker. It is a Sunday, December 10th, 2023, and one of the big buzzing stories today, Elon Musk reinstates Alex Jones. Alex Jones shares some retweets, and then they have a big podcast where Elon Musk is also a guest, along with people like Mark Dice and a few others. And again, it's just so obvious when you're actually awake and you listen to real helpful information sources, which are not Elon Musk or Alex Jones. But again, when you're aware of what's going on in the world, you can see what puppets these people are. And it's why we've been documenting it for years since the supposed Alex Jones ban, which began August 6, 2018, starting with Facebook, run by another puppet, Mark Zuckerberg. But anyhow, think about it. Tomorrow, the news week begins, the news cycle, and you know this will be part of the news cycle. Is Elon Musk an internet troll unbanning Alex Jones days before the Sandy Hook anniversary? If you tuned into the stream, I caught some of it, but I tuned in just before a person came on and asked Alex Jones if he was regretful of what he said about Sandy Hook and Alex Jones. I uploaded the clip, the same part I heard, but that's about all I heard of the interview. But Alex Jones was like, this is already the fourth or fifth time I've had to answer this question in this interview. So obviously a huge theme of this was Sandy Hook. Pretty much every article written on this, in either the first or second paragraph, they bring up Alex Jones and Sandy Hook. And we documented what a saga that was as well. Again, it's nothing but theater. But again, you can see through this theater and prove your points when you know the Cabal code. Gematria from Kabbalah, which Alex Jones won't talk about, which Elon Musk won't talk about, which none of these puppets would talk about because then it would expose them. And look how simple it is to see through. The big focus becomes Sandy Hook. And look, from Alex Jones' last birthday, February 11th, to today, Sunday, December 10th, it's 302 days later, in Gematria, Sandy Hook Elementary School, 302. And of course, the key digits in 302 are 32, the middle degree of the Scottish Rite, very special number to this nation's history. And with regards to the Scottish Rite, they were created by the Jesuit order. Their rites were written by Jesuit priests. And of course, the Jesuit logo has 32 sun rays on it, kind of like when the Dodgers broke the 32-year drought the year of COVID against the Rays. But we're going to see just how perfect this ritual is beyond just this 302 and how you can clearly see that it is Jesuit. Just like you can see those fingerprints are all over Sandy Hook and so many other big world events. Again, if you don't know who the Jesuits are, it's because you're spending too much time listening to people like Alex Jones, who are nothing but misleaders. For anyone who's never heard what Bill Cooper said about Alex Jones, he said, Alex Jones is a lying fraud, stealing my work. Do not listen to this person. He's some kind of agent. Next thing you know, he's famous because he got to sneak into the Bohemian Grove after Bill Cooper's dead and gone after 9/11. And let's not forget that Bill Cooper got smoked on Remember the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes Day, a day that's important to the Jesuits. So Bill Cooper's gone. Alex Jones steps into his shoes, becomes the biggest name in conspiracy. Again, Alex Jones, not one day in all of his hours and hours of broadcasting useless crap, getting people to believe in all kinds of nonsense that's not true, pushing more fear than even the mainstream media, getting people to believe in the orange overgrown Oompa Loompa Donald Trump. In all the years that he's just blown all this hot air and misled everybody, and for all you guys who get provoked, again, I know your ego can hurt you, but Alex Jones hasn't ever led you anywhere to truth. That's why you don't know about the Jesuits. You don't know who's really running this nation. You don't realize that Donald Trump's a Jesuit-educated puppet. Again, you want to know what's going on? Learn what we've been teaching about for over a decade, exposing all of this, including why Alex Jones got banned on August 6th. We'll go back to that post. Again, it was real easy to see through with Gematria. Here it was, August 6th, 2018. We were on top of it then. But again, that was the 218th day of the year, the day leaving 147 days remaining. He's Mr. Conspiracy Theory, and he's banned on that day. And for the person who might be thinking about Mel Gibson, just to further prove the point, Mel Gibson has the movie Conspiracy Theory. He was all the talk this year on the nation's birthday with his latest film. But notice, Conspiracy Theory came out August 8th, 97, 218 days after Mel Gibson's birthday. And then Mr. Conspiracy Theory, Alex Jones, is, banned. This is when the ban started, August 6th, the 218th day of the year. Again, these are rituals. And they use their puppets on the world stage to create the theater that then goes along with the policy. And of course, when Alex Jones got banned, there was a lot more banning online going on. I'd lost my first channel on Elon Musk's birthday, June 28th, 2017, shortly after Donald Trump took office. And remember, right when Trump took office, 1984 became the bestseller on Amazon. Orwell's book about the future society ruled over by screens. Lots of censorship in that book, changing of information. But yeah, again, this knowledge just cuts right through all of it. And somehow, some way, people look at this and go like, oh, that's got to be a coincidence. No, everyone who has that reaction, I got the I got the analysis for you. Everyone who comes to that reaction right away that this is just some kind of coincidence, it's because of cognitive dissonance. I mean, that's all it is. People just do not want to accept that this is going on every single day with all the crap contrived in the world that's on the screens. And it is. Every day. Every big news story contrived just this way, provable every single day, which is why I'm here every single day proving it. And even without Gematria, isn't it just so obvious? Alex Jones is all connected to Sandy Hook, and then he's going to come back right out of all the days that he could unban him. He's had the platform for over a year now. Out of all the days, he's going to do it today. Right as the news week kicks off. Okay, so we're going to scroll down here. I want to make a point. Alex Jones, he got banned on Facebook on August 6th. His last post on Twitter was a month later, September 6th, 2018. He had not posted since September 6th before today, December 10th, 2023. And notice that it is 274 weeks between his posts. 274 weeks. Remember, the Jesuit motto, Isus hominum salvator, equals 274. And it was the year 274 AD that the Catholic Church, who the Jesuits serve, began celebrating the sun in the sky's birthday on 12/25. And of course, we'll get to why it matters that they began celebrating Jesus' birthday 46 years later on the same day in light of Sol Invictus in 274. But think about it. We're coming up on Christmas. We're 2 weeks and a day away, right? And again, Sol Invictus, the sun in the sky's birthday, as declared by the Pope, 12/25, 274 AD. And then it was the year 320 AD, again 46 years later, that Jesus' birthday began on the same day. And notice how in Gematria, Catholic equals 46, like paganism, like religion, like Sol Invictus. The reason Temple Mount's on that list is because, of course, it's this all-important religious site that's totally contested, that some people want to blow up to build the third temple. And again, the reason they think that's the spot is because of the Catholic Church and the history they've given us. Just like how we're on the Catholic Church's calendar right now that says today's December 10th. Just like how we're speaking English and it's being taught worldwide. The world is being united in a new living language as it was written on the Georgia Guidestones, which is English. The oldest script goes back to a Catholic monk. But just think about it. The Catholic Church, the pagan sun cult, begins celebrating the Son of God's birthday on the same day 46 years later. Sol Invictus has the same Gematria, Society of Jesus. Okay. And with regards to them beginning Jesus' birthday in 320 AD, Roman Catholic Church equals 320. The Council of Nicaea was in the year 325 AD. And as we'll get to, Scottish Rite of Freemasonry equals 325. The Scottish Rite's important to today's ritual, as we'll add on. But remember, the Scottish Rite rites were created by Jesuit priests who served the Roman Catholic Church. And again, Gematria, if you're new here, it's very simple. It's the alphabetic order. A is 1 up to Z is 26. That's just where we began. Sandy Hook Elementary School. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. It's the alphabetic order in reverse, and then it's both orders with numerology. So there's 4 base ciphers. And again, the Alex Joneses of the world, the supposed Truth tellers should have taught this knowledge a million times over, just as I have over the course of the last decade, because you learn this code, you see through what's going on. And you can, again, it's very obvious why Alex Jones isn't teaching this, then you'd see what a puppet he is. But anyway, Alex Jones and InfoWars, both 105 with the alphabetic order. They're both 48 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse with numerology. Again, the 4 base ciphers, alphabetic order with numerology, reverse alphabetic order with numerology. But notice the gematria of InfoWars, right? Notice how it has the 48, just like World War has the 48, like Illuminati has the 48, like Freemason has the 48, like Alex Jones has the 48. Again, you got to think about this nation's beginning. The founders that were Masons, those that were worried about the Jesuits coming out of suppression, the Illuminati being formed at this time by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt, who had plans to infiltrate Freemasonry. Again, all this history from the beginning of the country, you learn this knowledge and go back and look, you'll see how these numbers apply over and over. But just think about Alex Jones coming back on this Sunday. If you think it's a joke about the Illuminati, again, Alex Jones isn't the Illuminati, but he's an Illuminati puppet, which is the same as to say a Jesuit puppet. The Illuminati was founded by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. And did you see how, again, from his last post to today is 63 months later as well? 63 months. And then oh, snap. I just lost part of my train of thought. My bad. But here. There was another 63 that I was going to point out. Anyway, if you write out the Illuminati, it has this gematria 63. Oh, no, that's exactly what it is. Just slipped right back into my mind. From the day that Israel declared the war. The attack supposedly happened October 7th in Israel. Netanyahu declared the war on Hamas the next day, a Sunday, October 8th. From that Sunday to this Sunday is 63 days later. And remember, Elon Musk was just in Israel on the 153rd day of his age. Look at the gematria of the Illuminati. 153 and 63, right? 153, 63. So today's 63 days later, 63 months after his supposed ban. Elon Musk lifts it after just being in Israel, where they're setting the stage for this greater war. And again, Netanyahu came back on 12/29 last year on Albert Pike's birthday, the man who wrote the letter about 3 world wars, the Freemason Albert Pike, who wrote the letter about 3 world wars, published August 15th, 1871. It matters that it was in 1871. If you look up the Albert Pike letter about 3 world wars, you'll see that's the date. August 15th, 1871, where the Third World War is supposed to be centered on political Zionism. And now here we are in Israel, the Zionist nation. The Sol Invictus thing. You see how Sol Invictus, we talked about the 46 a minute ago, it's also 71, right? Just like Catholic is 71. And Mia Shem, we're hearing a lot about Mia Shem. She's the exact same as Catholic in every cipher. And she just got the tattoo that was big news yesterday, and the name of the words on her tattoo is also 71. The Catholic Church is the Whore of Babylon, another 71. But the war in Israel began on October 7th, Putin's 71st birthday, 71 days before the Pope's birthday, right? We've been talking about why this is so important. Again, 1871, Pike's letter about 3 world wars. Now you got Mr. InfoWars coming back, right? He's the big Donald Trump fan. Donald Trump's also got that 48 in his name, like Hollywood. And we see a lot of Hollywood in the theater of war. In fact, in my lifetime, I haven't seen anything other than Hollywood when it comes to war. And that's true for most of us. And again, these are the characters on the stage used in these perfect rituals day after day after day. But understand, everything they're doing is also biblical. Biblical. And the Masons, they have their own version of the Bible. Notice from Alex Jones, we talked about it being 302 days after his birthday, the key digits in that being 32. He's 49 years old right now. The word Scottish is 32 forwards, 49 in reverse. America's 32 forwards, 49 in reverse. 7/4/1776 is a date with 32 numerology. Washington also has that gematria 49. Let me just type in the word Scottish to make a point also. Scottish is 113 as well, and 103. Remember Sandy Hook Elementary School. We talked about the 302 in this ritual coming 302 days after Jones's birthday, but it's also 113, like Scottish. It's also 121. We write today, December 10th, 12/10, 1210. And you might recall this 113-121 number is also the other school shooting that got almost as much attention, Stoneman Douglas High School. But the 373, the only value we didn't cover, that's the 74th prime number. And huge number in active shooter stories. Active shooters 74, killing is 74, Masonic is 74, occult 74, the list goes on. Another special number. But realize that this system they use, this is why the rituals always line up this way. That's why when you're aware of these ciphers, you see how perfectly they're doing it. And from Elon Musk's birthday to the news. Oh yeah, by the way, he's born in the year 71. But it's 165 days after Musk's birthday. And Scottish Rite has that gematria 165. And then the next element of this will be, Donald Trump's back. He's running. Elon Musk is pumping behind Trump again. Because Elon Musk isn't taking down dangerous speech. Trump's pumping lies into the world. It's helping his campaign. Again, they've set this stage with all of their contrived characters. And again, we'll be here documenting it all the way up until November 5th. Remember the 5th of November, 2024, the big Jesuit day the election's on. And again, don't forget all the things going on right now. Trump's going to be 78 years old at the time of the election. Scottish Rite. It's got the gematria 165. Donald Trump's birthday is the 165th day of the year, June 14th, the flag's birthday. Scottish Rite is 159, like Donald Trump. Donald Trump's also 159. Did you notice Donald Trump's 138 and 48, like Alex Jones is 138 and 48? The Misfits got the song We Are 138. But coming back to the Scottish Rite, Trump's going to be 78 years old. And by the way, with the Scottish Rite 57, look at this. Georgetown is the nation's first Jesuit university. It was established January of 1789. George Washington became the first recognized president in Jesuit Georgetown. Hold on real quick. I got to take a phone call, sweet lady. The love, I'm doing a live stream. All right, call me back. Love you. Bye. Okay. I know what she's... I'll tell you what she's calling about because it's really weird, and it reminds me really why we should all get rid of these smartphone listening devices. I'll tell you the weirdest thing I just had happen. But anyway, Georgetown, the first Jesuit university established at the beginning of 1789. George Washington inaugurated as the first U.S. president, as it goes down in the history books, at age 57. George is also 57 like Moon, and if you look into the cycle of the moon, you'll find out where the number 57 fits in. But the point is that there's a reason for all of these numbers. And again, Georgetown's 57, so is Scottish Rite, which has its headquarters in D.C., which has always been the Jesuit stronghold for longer than the federal government's been there. And Jesuit priests wrote the rites for the Scottish Rite. But Trump is going to be 78 years old at the time of the next election. He's trying to do what nobody's done except for Grover Cleveland, be a split-term president. Cleveland's also 78 and 165, like Trump's birthday is the 165th day of the year, and 48 like Donald Trump, and Trump had his convention in Cleveland in 2016 before he took office. But also Trump is tarot cards, and there's 78 tarot cards in the deck. You know what I mean? When Trump left office, he was 74 years old. When Biden took over, Biden elected number 46, exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday, like we told you more than a year before it happened, and Alex Jones never covered. Thus why JFK was number 35, killed at age 46. Joe Biden elected 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday, inaugurated on the Pope's 35th day of his age. Israel created on 14/5 when there's 145 more chapters in the Catholic Old Testament. War breaks out in Israel this year on Putin's 71st birthday, 71 days before the Pope's, and the latest Catholic ritual, because again, it's the Jesuit Catholic world order that, yes, the Zionists are also a part of. But this is why everything is unfolding so perfectly. And that's, again, you learn who's running the show. It all starts to make sense. You can follow the historical timeline from the 16th century and the Jesuits forward, and how all of this stuff just keeps manifesting with these same numerical rituals over and over. But these are all the characters they have propped up on the stage. And, oh yeah, I forgot to get to the point about the election on remember the 5th of November. It's going to be 144 days after Trump's birthday, right? 144 days. And remember, Elon Musk reinstated Trump on Twitter in a 144 ritual. And you see how Jesuit orders 144 and 54? Elon Musk offered $54 a share on 14/4, the 14th day of April, when he was first trying to buy it, before he owned it. And again, just recently, he was in Israel on the 153rd day of his age, and 72 is a big number with why Jesuit Biden lost his wife and daughter in 72, and then lost Beau Biden at age 46 while he was 72 years old in a big Jesuit death ritual synced with the first Jesuit Pope. Anyway, 144 is massive because, again, the election's 144 days after Trump's birthday. Right now he's running against Biden, but we'll see if that's still the case by the end of 2024. Again, we predicted right when Biden took office, Inauguration Day, why we'd see him leave around June 1st, 2024. That's still the thought, and there's a lot behind that thought. But for now, don't forget, President Biden's 144, just like Jesuit order is. Jesuit Georgetown, June 12th, 2020, simulated the election, saying that Biden would narrowly beat Trump. Trump would refuse to step down. It would lead to deadly violence in America. Hello, staged January 6th in the big Jesuit ritual, paying tribute to the Civil War that began in 61, like the date 6th day, 1st month, 6/1, when Lincoln blamed the Civil War on the Jesuit order. If you didn't know that, it's because you listen to trash information like Alex Jones, who never tells you anything. But Jesuit order in 144. Again, RFK Jr. got in this year's race, filing for paperwork on April 5th, a date that can be written 5/4. R.I.P. Kurt Cobain in the Jesuit ritual, synced up with Billy Goat Gates, Jesuit puppet, who just got... I'm not going to get off... hold on. Let me get back on track. RFK Jr. did get in the race on April 5th, which can be written 5/4, 144 days after the Superior General's birthday. The leader of the Jesuits, Arturo Sosa, born November 12th. By the way, Dealey Plaza equals 54, and so does Ambassador Hotel. Again, RFK dead in 68 at 1:44 a.m. JFK dead 144 days from meeting with the Pope on July 2nd. This year on August 9th, the day leaving 144 days left in the year, the anniversary of JFK's child dying right before his assassination. You had the assassination in Ecuador, established 46 years after the United States. But yes, all of these little ingredients they're piling in right now, they're all going to be part of a storyline that's going to be told back to us when these events unfold. You know, and it's going to be how we let guys like Elon Musk, you know, allow dangerous speech in the world that led to deadly events and, you know, tyrants taking office. We're watching the Illuminati's contrived history unfold so they can storytell to us more about why we need less rights and liberties, why we need less freedom, and we just need more centered authorities like the federal government and the nightly news to just control everything and the message at all times. That's where all this is going to. They'll play back the clips of Alex Jones, all the nonsense coming out of his mouth, all the fear-mongering, all the wrong predictions, all the bullshit. And again, it'll be a tragedy. It'll be that nobody even knew what was going on for over a decade, where people figured it out and were exposing it day and night, every single day. Alex Jones is back. Over 100,000 people watching the live stream. It's like, what are they tuning in for? Well, why does Alex Jones have your attention in 2023? Was he right about anything? I thought he sold you the overgrown Oompa Loompa. I mean, why are people tuning back into Alex Jones? What's he been right about? What, he snuck into Bohemian Grove? He copied what Bill Cooper said about 9/11 and Osama bin Laden? Like, what's Alex Jones' claim to fame? He snuck into Bohemian Grove. And you know they let him in there. He didn't sneak in there. Go back and look at what day that was. But yeah, the same secret societies that run the federal government, they're the same secret societies that run these puppets. And again, really, history is all in front of our face. It's just people don't recognize it because they've never learned about it, because they've been tuned into the wrong voices their whole life. Their classroom teacher didn't know what they were talking about. They were just reading from the school textbooks that were nothing but his stories. Alex Jones was telling people that there's the globalist, but never defines who the globalists are. Never goes back through history and what really was at the roots of this country, and why Jefferson and Adams were exchanging letters about what might happen if the Jesuits come out of suppression, only for them to both die on the same day, July 4th, 1826, 7-4. 1,826 days before Monroe dies on the same day. And why 7-4? Again, because in Gematria, killing equals 74, like stabbing. Like, again, the 74th day of the year is to remember the stabbing of Caesar. Holiday 74, like Independence Day, like a cult, like Masonic. Oh, yeah, and coming back to 74, I forgot to say the joke with them having... Again, the Jesuit order is the Society of Jesus. They're the same thing. So the Jesuit had Puppet Trump leave at age 74, right? He left at age 74, and now he's supposed to return. Trump's going to return in the next election. Remember, cross is 74, like Messiah, like gospel, like parables, like Jesus Christ. And with regards to him being 78, again, it's a very special number. It's a biblical number. Genesis is 78. The 78th verse of Genesis is Genesis 3:22, which mentions the tree of life and knowing good and evil. Genesis 3:22 mentions the tree of life and knowing good and evil. Kabbalah, physical model. It's called the tree of life. 3 pillars, 22 paths. There's a good half and an evil half. And again, both in the New International Version and the King James Version, the part of the verse up through the first punctuation in knowing good and evil, despite the different wording in both New International Version and King James Version, the gematria of those verses is 322. And it's not an accident the founder of the Illuminati died on the 322nd day of the year, or that the founder of the Illuminati was raised by a Jesuit priest and his mentor's name in gematria was 322. Or that Robert F. Kennedy was in big trouble for Jeffrey Epstein connections 322 days after his birthday, when Jeffrey Edward Epstein, his full name is 322. So yeah, I don't know if this is too many numbers on the screen at once and overwhelming. I don't normally do it like this, but again, this is the way the system is. And you learn it and you pay attention and you can see just how perfect the rituals are day in and day out. And how the cabal just treats the world like suckers. They just got people divided in groups, and in each little group you find that they're each a sucker for something. They're a sucker for an invisible man in the sky. They're a sucker for Alex Jones, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, apparently, even though I live up in Seattle and I still haven't seen a Joe Biden bumper sticker or yard sign. I'm not sure he has any supporters. But yeah, these people are a joke. And all the people that still think they're the truth are also a joke. And it just gets annoying that the internet's just full of nothing but bots. It's like, I post this on Twitter. Hey, Elon Musk, why did you lift Alex Jones' ban 302 days after his last birthday, just before the Sandy Hook anniversary? Again, it's a rhetorical question. It's just going to set up the obvious, divisive weekly news cycle. See how many more arguments they can stir up in people's households. But, you post and, just the bots right away. Ride Valley Ranch. Haha, geez, calm down. No reason for conspiracy theories. You just know that's a bot account. It's like, nobody's going to leave that response in regards to something about Alex Jones when he is Mr. Conspiracy Theory. The difference between Alex Jones and myself is we talk about conspiracy and prove it over here. He talks about conspiracy theories that are baseless and make people look wackadoodle, and then leads them astray into obvious puppets like Donald Trump, which we were exposing day and night, showing what a puppet show it was. Like why Trump, remember Oprah asked Trump in 88 if he'd ever want to be president, and where Trump is 88, Oprah's 58, and Oprah Winfrey's also 58, and of course Trump announced he was running from the 58-story Trump Tower and then won the 58th election after being the apprentice, which is the honorary degree of Freemasonry. But remember, what we were showing is things like that, and like why Trump came out to Queen, "We Are the Champions" in Cleveland, 88 days after Elizabeth's birthday, Queen Elizabeth, when Elizabeth and Trump are both 88. Again, I mean, that's why it's so simple to learn this knowledge. It'd be so simple for Alex Jones to teach this to his audience. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, E is 5, F is 6, G, the frogs are turning gay, G is 7, you know? That's why people watch Alex Jones, because he's an entertainer. People like watching him get all red, and they like watching this little short fat guy that reminds them of them just get all angry, but just over bullshit. You know, I get angry on my channel, not to call not to be how's the phrase go? The pot calling the kettle black, but I'm angry because I'm tired of living in a nation of just fucking morons that can't see the forest for the trees, that fall for every face put in front of them on the screen. And so you're like, that's not true, I didn't like Obama, but I like Elon Musk and Trump. It's like, okay, yeah, you fell for that group of faces on the screen. Everyone is always falling for these faces on the screen, these actors that just come out of nowhere. You really think Elon Musk is just doing all this? It just happened like overnight. All of a sudden, Elon Musk is just in the news. He's running all these companies. He's changing the world. And speaking of which, again, let me pause to thank the Obamas for their new first produced movie, Leave the World Behind, based on an October 2020 book that didn't come out all that long ago. Came out in the time of COVID. But again, if you missed it, the Obamas just put out a new movie. It just premiered on Netflix this past Friday, December 8th. And all kinds of predictive programming in it. But one of the storylines in that movie is that hackers just take over everything, and they hack all the Teslas and send people's Teslas flying all over the place, crashing into everything to stop travel, to ruin interstates, you know, to make it so people can't even get out of smaller towns. They create deadly wrecks everywhere with the hacked Teslas. This is a plot point in the movie. And again, I'm sure it's like this in other places, but where I'm from, Portland, anyone in the Portland, Oregon area, go to Clackamas Mall, just outside of Portland, off 205, and look at how that abandoned section of the mall where they've closed the big stores, all that open parking space now for years has just been full of brand new Teslas. And I've been saying, isn't it weird that now for years this whole empty parking lot is used to fill up all with Teslas? There's no Tesla dealership there or anything. There's just all these excess Teslas there. And again, meanwhile, every other auto manufacturer right now is not producing cars like they used to. And that's why when you drive past car dealerships, there's hardly any cars in the parking lot. And if you want a car, you go in there and they'll say, okay, that's what you're looking for. As soon as one comes in the pipeline, we'll let you know. I mean, that's the new way that cars are. Pre-COVID, just car dealerships packed with lots of cars everywhere. Now the only car dealership that's flooding the market with cars is Tesla, right? And when I watch this on the Obama movie, I think like, God, what if that's what they've done? What if they've just set up all these areas where they just have like 500 Teslas in a parking lot like it is at Clackamas, and that's the future plan someday? Because that's the other thing that's going on in that movie. They're all new Teslas that are getting hacked and meant to crash and stop travel. So, and again, that movie just premieres, and now this big move with Alex Jones, and right as everything's so crazy in Israel, right after Elon Musk gets back. Again, here, let's just pull up the Elon Musk story from Israel the other day. Just like how Trump did his little Jesuit ritual in Israel right before he visited the Pope on the 144th day of the year. You got Elon Musk doing a similar one. November 7th, 2023, he was just there. What was that? 13 days ago, okay. 13 days ago, Musk's 153rd day of his age. And by the way, just the whole thing about just the Jesuits, and again, Jesuit order being 153 and 154, 153, 144. Again, when Trump was at the Vatican, it was May 24th, 2017. Looked like his wife... Here's how The Guardian put it. Pope looks gloom after Vatican meeting with Donald Trump. And again, looks like the women are dressed for a funeral. This article is dated May 25th, but it definitely happened May 24th, 2017. We've talked about it a bazillion times. Here's the NBC News dated May 24th. But this is the 144th day of the year. And with regards to Trump going to be 78, I almost forgot to say, Jesuit has that gematria of 78. See how Jesuit's 84, 21, 78? Just like Sunday, 84, 21, 78. And here we are on the day leaving 21 days left in the year. But you see how Tesla is also 78? Tesla 78. Jesuit 78. Remember what they did with Elon Musk. Here. Elon Musk, January 7th, 78, richest. Let's see if this pulls it up. Let me try this again. Elon Musk, January 7th, Tesla. Let's see if this pulls it up. Nikola Tesla died in history January 7th. Okay, here it is right here. So this is the first time ever that Elon Musk was declared the richest man in the world. January 7th, 2021. And there's a lot of things that are funny about what's written in that article. Supposedly he was worth $191 billion at the time as he became the richest man in the world. And he passed Bezos, who's worth $187 billion on that same day. 191 to 187, so they tell you. But again, there's a lot of things that are interesting. But right here, Nikola Tesla died January 7th, 43. And again, remember Donald Trump, his uncle audited Tesla's apartment after Tesla's death. But they just right in front of your face, they just tell you that Elon Musk is the richest man in the world for the first time ever on the 78th anniversary of his death. And again, like I'm saying, all of this is an ongoing storyline. You have the Trump family connection with Tesla. Now Trump and Musk, a lot of people see them as the heroes of the world, even though it's so obvious that they're puppets that are up to no good. And it's just like when when Elon Musk supposedly took over Twitter, I'd never had more censorship in my life. I was just losing post after post, and I had to delete this, and I couldn't write this anymore, and this had been deemed unacceptable. I was like, okay, I've never had to take down this much content. I've never been typing something and then hit submit, and then it gives me a check and say, oh, you might want to change this if you want to make this post. So in no way could you ever argue that censorship is better on Twitter or now X. And remember the rich... Again, you guys, how old is the Illuminati and how old is the United States of America? 247 years old right now, right? Since 1776 for both of them. And what day did they officially rebrand Twitter as X? They did it on 24/7, the 24th day of the 7th month. That's the day they officially rebranded, 247. And also the 24th, when X is the 24th letter, and then they put up an X at the headquarters, but they had to take it down because in San Francisco, 24 people petitioned to have it taken down. That was the story when X is the 24th letter. Next year, the year of the election, is 2024. It's also the year that we'll have the eclipse, and the eclipse from 2017 and 2024 make a big old X across the nation, their paths. So... Elon Musk, the man who wants to go to Mars, and there's some old book about an Elon leader on Mars. You think that's an accident? No, this is a character. This is an invented character who's supposed to be some supposed genius billionaire revolutionizing the world, wants to link up the human mind with the computer. You don't think the surveillance state Illuminati wants that? They want computerized surveillance in your brain. They'll probably have it in 100 years. Instant thought crimes. How dare you think that? Our computer just detected it. And by the way, here's what I was going to tell you that I know Sweet Lady was just calling about when I told her I was doing the live stream. So, Sweet Lady has a nice little Russian lady that, what's the word? You need your pants are a little bit too long, so you need them hemmed up. I cannot, seamstress, but there's another word for it. But there's a lady in town who does the work, and she hardly charges anything. Like when we lived on the other side of the state, whenever she needed it, just like the cost was way more to... So, and we tried to give this lady more. She's like, no, this fair price is perfectly fine. I like doing this. She's just a nice, sweet lady. And May's my sweet lady. She said, should we bring her a bottle of wine? And I said, well, we could do that. I said, but I don't know if she likes wine. She's Russian. She might like vodka. Maybe we should get her vodka. So, anyway... Today, something that I get. One of the annoying things about my phone is because the trolls have my number. They like spam all these just like weird conversations each day. That's just obvious. It feels like it's bot the majority of the time, and I'll just constantly just delete and try to keep it out so my Twitter or my instant messages isn't just full of bots harassing. But this morning, after yesterday's conversation about the lady named Vera and the bottle of wine, today I get a message on the phone. It says, "Hey baby, it's Vera. Should I bring the wine?" And I'm just like, God. Again, we already know this, that our phones are listening to us, but it also just reminds me, like, are my trolls even like, are they, at Quantico, like listening through the phone too? Or have they been? So anyway, it's just a reminder of how this big tech world has been built around us. It's become normal. It's everywhere. It's a surveillance state. Watchful eyes at all time, listening at all times. It's George Orwell's 1984. It's exactly what's warned about in that book. It's exactly what's written about in that book that came out after World War II. But the reason that Orwell knew is because he was a member of the Fabian Society, which was established in 1884. That's why the century mark of that order is 1984, his famous book, along with Animal Farm. But these people knew because they were part of these societies that were planning things, This world that we're now living in, it's been envisioned for some time, and we're watching it all come to fruition. Remember when Alex Jones was made to pay Robbie Parker $120 million? Robbie Parker, 120, right? Same cipher as Robbie Parker, 120. Robbie Parker, 120. There's a 78 too, funny. But Illuminati, also 120. It's not an accident. That is not an accident. These are all their little puppets. How do they control them all with the money that has their symbolism all over it? Self-explanatory. This stuff doesn't take that much thinking power, really. It's all in front of your face. It's been all in front of your face for your whole lifetime. Their symbolism's been all over the dollar for all of your life, since way longer than you've been here. I could go over look, here's the day he was ordered to pay $1 billion, as they got to bring him back right before Sandy Hook. Tucker Carlson, another one of these big puppets. October 12th, again, 10/12, 1012, key digits, 112. If you're new here, we've been teaching about Sandy Hook and 112 a million times, why they had to tell you Adam Lanza weighed 112 pounds, why they had to tell you that his birthday was April 22nd, the 112th day of the year, how it was compared to the Dune Blaine massacre on 112 date numerology that got gun rights taken away in the UK. Again, the Jesuits operate in 112 countries. Catholicism, 112. Just like Zionist is 112, and so is Judaism. The Balfour Declaration on November 2nd, this 112 number, it's a big one. But again, Alex Jones on 1012 made to pay $1 billion to the Sandy Hook families. And the decision came 243 days after Alex Jones' birthday. Reminds of Timothy McVeigh blowing up the Oklahoma City building, CIA agent, in a huge Jesuit ritual on April 19th, the anniversary of Ignatius Loyola becoming the first Superior General, but Central Intelligence Agency 243. Again, the whole history of the CIA, just Jesuit fingerprints all over all of these things from the beginning up to the present. And making the point about the Scottish Rite and the Jesuits and Freemasonry and Stoneman Douglas and Sandy Hook, and I mean, just like we're talking about today. The Scottish Rite fingerprints all over this ritual too. Again, the things in the federal city. The federal government. In the city where the secret societies are. The secret societies that are into Kabbalah. Gematria from Kabbalah. I mean, where doesn't this fit together? What part of this doesn't make sense? What part of this sounds like a baseless conspiracy theory? Is it that, is it this one? Is it that Society of Jesus, the formal title is 56, another huge calling number in Sandy Hook, was established in 1956, and the shooting was in 2012 while the school was 56 years old, and they blamed it on 112-pound Adam Peter Lanza, when again the Society of Jesus operates in 112 countries. Adam Peter Lanza, 5679, just like Society of Jesus, 5679. What's in the middle of the Jesuit order's logo? The Templar cross. Knights Templar also 79, like Christianity. Doesn't Alex Jones plug that real hard too? Isn't Alex Jones real hard? Isn't that like where he gets a lot of his audience from? Because he pretends to be part of the Christian cult. Most of the people profiting off of Jesus are all frauds, pretending to be something they're not. They don't embrace Jesus' message. Even though I'm not even down with Christianity anymore, I was raised Lutheran, I embrace Jesus' message more than almost every Christian I know of. You know, I'm out here for truth and justice and doing things the right way every day. These people aren't. These people are all about themselves. Say anything, lie about anything, lead people anywhere if they're paid enough. Go along with any script. Alex Jones, remember, before even it came to this, he had to do that testimony, and he was like throwing people under the bus. I have to go back and listen to it all, but I want to say, like, in some of his testimony, he kind of like equated, like, or he tried to make it seem like he was having some kind of mental lapse, like he had some kind of mental problem for questioning Sandy Hook. It's like, no, just say why you questioned it, because you never saw any evidence of anything, and they want to take away your rights and liberties right away with no proof of anything. You saw Dr. H. Wayne Carver. Oh, where's he at? Where's Dr. H. Wayne Carver, Mr. Autopsy? That's right, he died a long time ago now. I wonder why he died. Not a good enough actor. He was laughing like Robbie Parker the day of Sandy Hook. Oh, it was fun. It was fun. He pretty much seemed like he was just having a great old time just doing an autopsy of supposedly all the children that got smoked and all the cute kid stuff they were wearing. It just gets annoying just watching this world, man. The screen just has way too much control over them. They just cannot see the obvious. The screen is just so powerful. Can tell any lie to them through the screen and they'll just believe it wholeheartedly. All the way. All the way. And again, just to make a point about Gematria, you just learn the knowledge. You see through what's going on every day. One of CNN's top headlines today is how homicide is at an all-time low in Detroit. They say 60 years in the headline, but then you read the article, it says, since 1957, lowest homicide rate since 57, and 57 was 66 years ago. Homicide, 66. Police, 60. Police got the homicide rate at the lowest it's been since 1957. So, anyway, all day, every day with the Gematria. Oh, look who's back up on the top news, right in the center. Trump says he's not testifying his civil fraud trial Monday. And just the ongoing jokes with Trump. And don't forget, one of the best Jesuit jokes is upcoming next year with Donald Trump. He has to be in court on May 20th with Eileen Cannon. And again, May 20th is the day in history that Ignatius Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits, was shot with a cannonball. And then back in 2018, it was the day that Billy Cannon died, the day that Joe Burrow transferred to LSU, before Joe Burrow went on to win the Heisman like Billy Cannon, and then beat Clemson in the championship in New Orleans like Billy Cannon, and then in Joe Burrow's the Bengals' 54th season, I should say. Again, Jesuits doing all this. Jesuit Order 54. In the Bengals' 54th season, Joe Burrow goes to the Super Bowl, and the 4 teams he played in the playoffs are the only 4 teams that Billy Cannon played for. Billy Cannon was drafted by the Rams, who Joe Burrow faced in the Super Bowl. Billy Cannon played for the Raiders, the Chiefs, and what used to be the Houston Oilers, who are now the Tennessee Titans. So again, all 4 of those teams are the teams Joe Burrow placed after he had his scripted. And remember, when Joe Burrow won the championship over Clemson, it was on 54 date numerology in New Orleans, which is 54-144, just like Jesuit order. Again, all of these things, the reason the same pattern is everywhere is because they're all being controlled by the same thing. The Jesuits who gave us the calendar, who gave us the language, who synced it all up, and who execute it day after day. But yeah, Alex Jones, InfoWars, World War III rumors, same numbers on all of it. Again, 63 months after his last post, 63 days after the war began. Here, let's maybe it's easier to see with just these 2 ciphers at the same time. InfoWars, World War, right? 42-48. Alex Jones also has that 48. Donald Trump also has that 48. Hollywood also has that 48. Just think about it. And where Illuminati is 48, the Illuminati is 63. 63 months after his last post on Twitter. 63 days after the war in Israel began. And with regards to the Illuminati and Elon Musk, hold up, let me look this up. Remember how it was about a year ago, Netflix had a Mike Myers comedy, The Illuminati? Let me see. What was it called again? Mike Myers comedy, Illuminati. Elon Musk was a big focus of it. The Pentaveret. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. They make Elon Musk. He's not in the show, but they talk about him a lot. Let me pull it up here. Okay. Oh, maybe it's because, it's these are parentheses. They got to be messing it up. Let me see if this is the right post. The Pentaveret has 218, like Holy Roman Empire, like conspiracy theory. We talked about that with Jones, his band starting on the 218th day of the year back in 2018. They say the Holy Roman Empire folded August 6th, 1806, the 218th day of the year. But hold on, let me get down to the Musk part. Oh, yeah, the leader of the Illuminati, you guys. The leader of the Illuminati in this show, Lord Lordington. Look how it's 177, 201, just like the Jesuit order. Again, Order of Illuminati is also 201. State of Israel's 201. Benjamin Netanyahu's 177. Captain Tom, knighted by the Queen on 17/7, dead 201 days later from coronavirus after the Event 201 coronavirus pandemic simulation. Captain Tom also dead but the day before Burma's, or actually he died one day after Burma's government fell to its military when he was known for the Burma campaign. And again, he died 56 days after Maggie Keenan got jabbed. And then the Queen ended up dying 201 days after her COVID diagnosis. And Event 201 was hosted by Klaus Schwab, who equals 177. But these two numbers right here, 177, 201, big numbers. So in this show, the leader of the Illuminati, Lord Lordington. Not an accident. Far from it. And hold on. There's a lot of things that are interesting, but I want to get to the part about Musk. Shoot. Did I not put it? Maybe I have another post on this. They ride this underground. Why is that not showing up? Anyone who has seen this show knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes I do posts on Twitter about another topic and then I won't put it on my site. I wonder if that's what I did with this. But yeah, anyway, if you watch this silly comedy thing they put out, just they ride around on the Elon Musk train and he comes up multiple times in the plot. I think they suggest like he might. I got to go back and look at all. It's been a minute. I know I posted it somewhere. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Yeah, I definitely put it somewhere else. But yeah, if you haven't seen that show, maybe even just take a minute to watch it. Just see how we're being spoofed. And as silly and ritualistic as that is, again, it's the same thing here. It's just silly for him to just bring him back randomly right before the Sandy Hook controversy. Again, this is just meant to provoke people. And that's what they want. They want with all these characters for people to take sides. Constant division, constant argumentation. Again, what we're trying to do over here is get people to focus on what this nation really is, what its media really is. Non-stop propaganda, non-stop lies, non-stop taxation without representation, non-stop fear-mongering, non-stop agendas, constant militarism. If we're not starting war with everybody else, we're starting a war on germs and rushing out a jab that's backed by the military and created by the military in Operation Warp Speed. And just how perfectly everything's named. Remember, Trump did Operation Warp Speed on Mercuralia, May 15th, 2020, 2 years to the day of Clade X. But look at the gematria of Warp Speed. Warp Speed, 107.44, just like military. 107.44. Pfizer, 44, right? Not a nice number, 44. Nasty number connected to killing, just like we talked about the Clarksville tornado yesterday on the kill date with the 44 numerology, 44 days from the anniversary of the worst tornado in Clarksville history, which happened on January 22nd. Oh, hey, we got breaking news, you guys. Anna Chickadee Cardwell of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, dead at 29. Hopefully this isn't like the Indian actress who died the other day from a heart attack. Reality personality Anna Cardwell, who was featured on the TLC program Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, has died, according to social media posts made by her family. She was 29. On Sunday, I remember we began with why it matters. It's Sunday, the sun, worshiping the sun, Jesus Hominum Salvator, the Jesuits, the ritual of Musk. But here we are. On a Sunday, Cardwell's sister, Elena Thompson, and her mother, June Shannon, better known by their nicknames Honey Boo Boo and Mama June, respectively wrote that Cardwell died Saturday. Oh, so she died on the kill date. After battling cancer. Why doesn't Alex Jones teach about the kill date? Every month it comes up. I mean, how are you going to look like a crackpot teaching about gematria and the kill date when every single month there's a story just like this? So, 29-year-old actress died yesterday, Saturday, December 9th, 2023. What makes it the kill date? 12 plus 9 plus 20 plus 23. 64. Another path is 12 plus 9, and then the year, digit by digit, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3. So 12 plus 9 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 is 28. Another way is the abbreviated way, 12 plus 9 plus 23, which is 44. So every month there's one day like that, and there's a story like this. And with regards to cancer, cancer's that big 44 word. Cancer's 44 like chemo. And as they say, if the chemo doesn't kill, or if the cancer doesn't kill you, the chemo will. And one of those haunting movies from about a decade ago, I think it's The Haunting of Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken. The young boy has cancer, and when they're loading him into the big radiation machine, you see there's a giant 44 on the side of it. Check that out next time you watch that film. Says she gave one hell of a fight for 10 months. 29 is the 10th prime number. She died on the 10th. Oh, no. This news is coming today on the 10th, but she died on the 9th. At age 29. 29, the 10th prime. Shannon wrote on Instagram on Sunday, so she did write that today. Cardwell died at 11:12 p.m. Reminds me of the Superior General's birthday. His birthday is November 12th. Last night at her mom's home in Milledgeville, Georgia. Georgia is the most 44 state in the nation. Trump got his fourth indictment in the fourth state, Georgia. Think about it. He was the 44th person to be president, despite being number 45. Called as president-elect on the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, 45. With her girls, all her sisters, her husband, and close family at her side. Doesn't it say like this in all these suspicious celebrity death stories? Just always the whole family's at the side. According to a statement, Gina Rodriguez, the family's manager and close friend since 2014, said. Okay, so that the statements usually do come from the manager. It seems like they all use the same statement, that they died with the entire family at their bedside in total peace. It's like a beautiful Hollywood ending. Sadly, Anna passed away on her youngest daughter, Kylie's birthday. We ask for prayers for the family during this difficult time as they try to process this great loss and make arrangements, the statement added. 15 years from now, this daughter will probably be a starring lead actress in the film about Take Away the Guns Now, a reenactment of what happened at Sandy Hook, with the evil villain Alex Jones, played by, what's that kid's name? Nick Fuentes. Cardwell had two daughters, who she shared with husband Eldridge Tony. Thompson wrote that Cardwell was in so much pain last night, but now as a family, we all know she is at peace now. I really don't know what to say as my heart is completely broken, Thompson wrote. Watching my 29-year-old sister this last year's battle this horrible disease hasn't been easy. Thompson added her sister was a fighter and still is. In July, Shannon told Entertainment Tonight that she was doing pretty good, but that Cardwell's stage 4 cancer was aggressive. Okay. So, another young dead person in the celebrity world on the kill date from cancer. I mean, a story we've documented so many times over many years that the Alex Jones frauds of the world will never touch. There's not enough information about this woman, though. I don't know if her... Oh, it is out there. Her birthday's August 28th. Let's just see. August 28th, that's the day they took out Chadwick Boseman on the makeshift Jackie Robinson Day. She died 103 days after her birthday. That's the 27th prime number. Rituals 27. Jesuits is 103. But yeah, the big thing is the kill date. And what do they call her again? Chickadee. What'd they say the show is that she's known for? Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Can't say that I've heard of it, but let's see this show real quick. It's ran 4 seasons. She's dead from stage 4 cancer. It went from August 8th, 2012 through April 21st, 2017. So she's dead more than 11 years after the show began and more than 6 years after it concluded. Let's see. So her death would have been 123 days after the anniversary of the show's beginning. 232 days or 33 weeks and a day after the anniversary of the show's conclusion. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you could say that people do die from cancer every single day, so some people are bound to die from cancer on the kill date. But again, just the world of celebrity, so often it is a young person on the kill date. I'm trying to think of the blonde lady at the beginning of Russia, Ukraine, who set up the foundation, the actress, and the next thing you know, her young brother was found dead on the kill date that month and supposedly died peacefully in his sleep with the family at his bedside. It's like, what? Can't remember how old he was, like 23, 24. She'd just gotten all this attention for doing the fundraiser for Ukraine. Okay. Yeah, it's normal for people in their 20s to just die in their sleep. Never heard about any of this before in the past. So anyway, shout out to John Mendoza. Appreciate it. And thank you also to Rumham Solo. Look up upstate New York. Saturday can't even type knit here. I don't exactly know what that means. I am confused. What does type knit mean? Type knit. Oh, learn to type? You got me on that one. I'm confused. I don't know what that means. But thank you for the support. Yeah. I guess that's the main point. Alex Jones fanboys don't want to know. They want to hear more about gay frogs. They want Donald Trump Orange Man to come back. They don't think they have any power to do anything themselves, so they gotta keep believing in other people. And they're only going to believe in people who are celebrities on the screens because they seem like they have power in the world. And ultimately, you start just breaking down people's psychology. That's what it really is. You know, Even if somebody realizes the value of the work I'm putting out and how much more worthwhile it is than the trash that comes out of these frauds' mouths, they'll still have more faith in those people because they see Trump as the big billionaire. Alex Jones, didn't they say Alex Jones is now worth $1 billion? These billionaire types of guys. Only the super rich can save us. Nope, they don't have any interest in saving you. They have a lot of interest in selling you more bone broth and making more money off you. Alex Jones has a new gimmick every week to sell you. You know. And notice, again, there's a reason that they're always marketing to religious people. Politicians market to religious people. Alex Jones markets to religious people. A lot of people with private jets, Sunday shows, they market to religious people because religious people are well programmed to put the money in the plate. And the other thing about religious people is they're gullible people. They're not real critical thinkers. They just believe things because it's fear-based, like all religion is. All religion fear-based. That's why it gets instilled in you at a young age. That's why the Society of Jesus scared the shit out of you with their COVID agenda. It was all fear-based. It's always, believe us, go along with this, or this bad thing's going to happen to you because we're the authority and we said so. Anyhow, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Till next time.